Hello guys, welcome to Daddy Share Space and welcome to Daddy Share Space Daily. So today I just want to give a quick update. When I got off work today, I took the 12-inch M18 Milwaukee miter saw into the shop. So that is going to get repaired and or replaced. So I'm happy about that. That may open me up to possibly maybe wanting to sell it. I don't know. That along with the table saw, we'll have to see. I don't know, but I'm excited about the fact that that's going to get fixed and repaired. Now, I did get a couple questions or a couple comments. Let me see if I can touch on some of those. Someone mentioned about doing flip carts. I have thought about that. I don't know if I will do that or not. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but I do know that I'm losing a lot of floor space by making all these carts. But you know, a lot of it's practice, right? So I'm getting the opportunity to work with my tools in the shop, and so you know, there's that. Now, another comment that I got was, let's see here, 2.5. Is this a 2.5 car garage? Yes, it is. And the tool that you asked about is a DeWalt drywall sander, the yellow tool with the round head. That's a DeWalt drywall sander. It's the 20 volt. It's on the 20 volt platform for DeWalt, so you can use that to sand drywall. There's a video on my channel about that somewhere in the catalog, so you can take a look at that if you'd like. Someone made the comment about them having not having a lot of space in their shop where they thought that they did, and then they seen my shop and saw that it's overcrowded, which is true. Let's see here. I got a comment about getting some kind of shelf bracketing systems to hang up track saws and stuff on the wall. I have been looking at stuff like that. I also have been looking at the device that you would use for putting your tracks on the garage door. I may consider that. I don't know. I had a 3D printer a long time ago. It was a real inexpensive one. I think it was a Flash Forge printer. I think that's the brand. But it went bad. So if I got a 3D printer, I could print some of those types of things. But right now I'm focused on building out my Festool shop. So I'm trying not to diverge off of that path, at least at this time. Someone mentioned the cordless DeWalt router. Yeah, I saw that. It's very interesting. I also wanted to try out the Milwaukee 1/2-inch router because I thought it would be really cool to use a cordless router on things, especially like I have a Porter-Cable dovetail jig that I have not used as of yet, and I thought it would be a lot more convenient to use that with a cordless router. But we'll see. I don't know about that right now. As I said, I'm really focused because I'm so close to the end of my journey as far as building out a Festool shop. So that's kind of my priority, other than getting some marking tools so that I can get a little bit more precision out of my work. A person asked me what camera or what device was I using to record my video, the one that I guess that I did maybe yesterday. And what I used was a Sony A6600. And I used the 10 to 18 millimeter wide angle lens. As I explained in my video yesterday, my other cameras, I usually run with 4 cameras. 3 of them are A6600s. One of them is an A6700. And they're all terrible with handheld. Right now I'm trying to use this DJI gimbal, so if the camera's kind of moving a little bit oddly, that's because, you know, I'm using a gimbal and I'm still trying to get used to using it. Right now I'm using my A6600 and it has the 16 to 50 millimeter lens. 2 of my cameras have that lens. That's a kit lens. And then one of them has I think it's an 18 to 135, and then I have that 10 to 18 wide angle lens. And then as far as for macro close-up shots, I use the 90 millimeter Sony lens. All of my lenses are Sony, all of my cameras are Sony, with the exception, I do have a Canon T6i, which is one of the cameras that I used when I started off my YouTube channel, that and my GoPros, and I'll use that on occasion, but you'll notice the color science is a lot different whenever I use that, and that's when I use like a 5 camera setup. I think the last comment that I see here, if I missed any, I apologize, is someone said, okay, they don't think I know what a self-centering bit does or whatever the case may be. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. So I am new to this woodworking space, this tool space. This is true. My background is a registered nurse. I do know what a self-centering bit is, though. However, it's kind of like one of those things that you don't use in your vocabulary every day. Sometimes it's on the tip of your tongue, but you can't recall it. Now, I didn't know that there was no depth adjustment, so I did learn something there. But as far as, me not knowing what a self-centering bit does or whatever, that's inaccurate information. It's just I didn't have any hinges in the shop to demonstrate with the video, and it is what it is. So, but everybody's entitled to their opinion. So that's pretty much all I have to say in this particular video. As I said, just want to reiterate the Milwaukee M18 miter saw is in the shop. So once it comes back, that will have me having at least 2 battery powered 12-inch miter saws in the shop that'll be up and running. That would be the DeWalt and then the Milwaukee. I do need to start thinning the herd somehow. I just still have not figured out how to do that. I've had people recommend that I donate stuff to charity or something like that. I did give a 12-inch miter saw to Goodwill at one point in time, and I'm just gonna be honest with you, I kind of feel a how about that, not because I necessarily needed the money, but more so because of the fact that Goodwill is a business. I mean, I know it's called Goodwill, but the people that work higher up in Goodwill, they making money, you know what I'm saying? Just like I make money on my day job, and I gave them something that I worked hard for as far as the money to buy that saw, and they got it for free, and they turned around and flipped it for money. And so personally, I would rather give something to someone that I know actually needs it, or I would rather sell it myself. So going forward, that's the mindset that I have. I have talked a little bit, dropped some little nuggets out there about, my Ryobi tools and stuff like that here on the channel, and nobody's actually said anything. So it's kind of like what I looked up online when someone said that, when you buy a battery powered tool, unless it's called Mafel or Festool, it can be very difficult to resell a tool like that, even though you may have spent a decent amount of money on it. It's just, these things don't have high resale, especially if you don't sell it with the battery. So I got like 50 plus Ryobi tools in the shop, and some of them I've considered that I want to keep, some of them I don't. And so I was talking to someone on my job the other day, and trying to see if they were handy at all, and if they would potentially want any of the tools. No takers as of yet. So people that I meet that I happen to come across in my life that like I kind of have some degree of respect or affinity for, I definitely will try to kind of bless them like that. But I can say this: there have been people that I've met out here in California, and that seems to be a thing, because in California you can't just throw stuff on the side of the road. They're very specific. You got your recycle, you got your regular trash, and you got lawn waste, right? So you can't just throw anything anywhere without the potential of getting some kind of fine. And so I realized that there are a lot of people that will say, hey, do you want this? And it'll be some piece of junk that basically they're just trying to get out of having to take that stuff to the dump, because it costs money. I think right now, currently, it's about $60 or so to take a load to the dump as just a regular citizen here in the Sacramento area. So that means, like, if I wanted to take all this wood, it doesn't matter if I have it piled up to the sky. Basically, it'll be about $60 to dump it. I just need to make sure that is what I want to do. I need to make sure that I don't take that stuff there and then come back and regret it and go buy it again. I do not want to do that. But anyways, guys, I want to thank you for taking time to watch this short video, and I am going to start working on my next video that I'm going to hopefully upload today. So be on the lookout for that. All right, guys, I want to thank you for taking time to watch the video. I'll see you in my next one.